Hey YouTube, and welcome to part 2 of my Psychic discussion. Today I'm going to be talking about the extra deck monsters for the Psychic deck. First we're going to start off with Magical Android. The one that everyone knows the most just because it's a generic 2400 beater that's an easy level 5 to make. And outside of Catastrophe, it's really the only level 5 that's any good unless you're running like a specific deck type. What's good about Android, outside the fact that it's a 2400 beater and it easily builds into higher synchro monsters, is the fact that its life gain is a huge factor. There's lots of times where you'll power well, or you'll go through some Mind Master shenanigans or some abuse for the new Extreme Victory Psychic monsters, and you'll easily have 4 or 5 Psychic monsters on the field, including maybe possibly multiple androids, and you'll gain upwards of 3,600 to even more life points. It's a very common occurrence. Next, we're going to be talking about probably the least useful Psychic Synchro, but you should run at least one just because it's, again, an easy monster to ladder up to something that has a bigger level. And that's Psychic Nightmare, secret in DRV that no one wanted or knows what does, and right now you can get them for about $4. So go out and get them now before they jump through their $10 to $15 value. It's a decent beater, 6-star, 2400. Declare a card type in your opponent's hand and reveal it. It gains 1,000 attack until the end phase. It's not bad. It's nice for making a big push for a 3,400 attack, or maybe double that if you're going to be using Psychic Snail in order to make it attack twice. Not bad. Next is Psychic Life Transfer, the one that everyone seems to forget, that came out in CSOC. It's a pretty decent card. 2,400 attack for 7 stars isn't very good. It's easily made though, and it's Earth. And it has some nice plays with some of the new Extreme Victory monsters in removing cards in order to gain 1,200 life points. So right now it's not as good as it can be, but once the new set comes out, it gains a lot of playability. Next is the one that everyone knows, and that's Thought Ruler Archfiend. It used to be played in a lot of decks because there's a generic 8 that was pretty decent. It has its protection ability at the cost of 1,000 life points, and also has a life point gain ability where you gain you gain life points equal to the attack of the monster it kills in battle. Right now, it's actually kind of hard to make, just because you got to put 3 psychic monsters in order to make it, and it's really not worth it in a lot of cases, unless of course you're gonna sync with Android with a 3-star tuner like Psychic Commander. It's pretty good. It's definitely not my favorite to sync into. If I'm going to go an 8 for protection, usually I'll go into, Stardust Dragon or something like that. But Thought Ruler Archfiend is definitely, it should be included at least one just to have that option. Plus the life gain is always good if you're going to be able to get over something like, a Monarch and gain 2,400 attack. It's definitely worth using. Next is Hyper Psychic Blaster. This is one of the Psychic deck's OTK conditions. Pumping this up with Snail is an instant 3,000. It has piercing, and it also has life point gain equal to, if it destroys a monster, it gains life points equal to the amount of damage done. So, there's a nice possibility to gain a whole bunch of life, but also deal a lot of damage, hitting those dandy tokens or Spirit Reapers face down. It's an easy aid to deal with a Spirit Reaper problem that the deck currently has. And Psychic Snail again makes it easy to OTK with. Last but not least, I'm going to be talking about Ultimate Axon Kicker. Now you see a fusion monster and you automatically think, oh well, it's probably garbage. Well, Ultimate Axon Kicker is a pretty decent card. It's pretty good, and that's because it has Miracle Synchro Fusion. This card's pretty good. Right now, I tech 1, but with the new support, and the Extreme Victory Psychics being removed from play in order to get their effects and whatnot, this card becomes pretty good. I might even main 2. And worst case scenario, you set it, and your opponent destroys it, you draw a card. This pretty much acts as Miracle Fusion in order to bring this guy out. And what this guy does is pretty much he is a better form of Thought Ruler Archfiend. You know, he has the same life gain ability where, you know, he destroys an opponent's monster and you gain life points equal to the attack. He has more attack, and he also has ability where he can't be destroyed by card effects. So, you know, he's really hard to get rid of once he hits the board. Really, the only thing that the opponent can do, you know, maybe something like DD Warrior Lady or Chaos Sorcerer or, you know, something like that. So once he hits the board, he's really hard to get rid of, and he's, you know, he's a checkmate card. You know, once he gets on the board, you pretty much won, because you're just going to be gaining so many life points and just gaining so much advantage. That's going to do it for my video this time. I'm probably going to be doing traps and spells next together, because there's only a couple of them that are psychic specific that are any good, and I'm only going to cover the ones that are actually, you know, worthy to put in a deck. You know, they have lots of support for magic and traps that are, you know, just kind of set fillers kind of stuff that aren't really worth using or not even worth, you know, looking up. So keep an eye out for that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Happy St. Patrick's Day, hence the green. Please subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to leave comments and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.